Hi, everyone, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. My name is Chanel, and I'm your reader every time you visit this channel. This reading is intended for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. And if you're watching for an Aries, you very well may need to reverse the roles because it could feel like I'm speaking to you about your Aries. So just take the energy and do what you need to do with it. Also, if you're new to my channel, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you can find your way back to me because it's always a pleasure to be able to read for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for all of the support that you give my channel. I hope all of you have a very happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate, depending on when you're watching this video. Also, tarot cards oftentimes tell a lot of stories. So I just like to put it out there. It is in the description box, but I feel the need to voice it. I read for the strongest storyline that comes through. So if you find that this is not your story because the stories that come through are quite specific, just give me a check back towards the middle of the month. All right, Aries, I'm going to collect your deck and I will shuffle your cards. We'll get right into your love spread for November. All right, Aries, or anyone watching for Aries. So I have shuffled your deck, and the first oracle card that came out is Twin Flame. So it's apparent that I need to do more Twin Flame readings because they're seeping into my monthly love readings. Now, you are the third sign to get this card. So you may be dealing with a Gemini, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I feel like Cancer might have been leaving a karmic partner or something, but Twin Flame is like a really heavy focus for the month of November. I wonder what's, 11/11, right? November 11th. So maybe that's when all the, the twins have to decide to stay or go. I don't know, right? But that makes a lot of sense for what I'm seeing here. So where you are currently or where you will be while you're watching this, you're in the energy of the Ace of Swords. And what's very interesting is how you got there. So 8 of Wands reversed is your past energy. And when those are combined, especially with this Ace of Swords that I have in this deck, this is talking about you coming to the conclusion that something isn't going to work anymore. And this is also talking about you really looking at everything that you've seen in regards to the person you're dealing with and then kind of moving forward based on the information that you have. Now, what's difficult is you don't have all of the information in regards to this connection. You're going off of what this person has shown you, right? Now, something that's very interesting is that the only cups in this reading, which is for love, is how you're viewing your person. And so you feel like they only do what makes them happy. They only care about themselves. This is the energy of someone who has no problem putting on a show, getting attention. They very much put themselves first in every connection. It's almost the energy of like, if it doesn't benefit them or gratify them, there's no point or purpose, right? Now, this person's behavior, because it feels like they haven't changed and they've shown you that they're not really willing to close the distance between the two of you. Perhaps they weren't willing to make you a priority. It actually led you to start viewing this person in a different light. The stagnant energy has created so much bitterness that you're now feeling as though, for some of you, you actually really dislike this person. You're not allowing yourself to feel anything emotional in regards to this connection. And I think that that's going to lead to a huge tower moment. I don't think I know, because that's actually what all of this is creating. Now, you are feeling very much like this person is not ever going to change. They're not worth your time. You feel as though this person could possibly be a cheater, right? Because I am seeing some cards that make me feel as though this person either is incredibly non-committal or they have a tendency to step outside of the relationship. This is the energy of you deciding once and for all to really end this connection in your mind, in your heart space, right? Here's the thing though. We have the Two of Cups reversed, and out of that comes the Queen of Pentacles. And then here's my King of Pentacles in the reverse, and he's looking at her. So as much as we would like this to be over, from what I'm seeing, we have reunion coming out, right? We have waiting and delays, detachment in the reverse, and invitations. So somebody is coming out of a period of perhaps being silent because it looks like your person through the month will be showing you a lot of new things that you have not seen before. Now, this can talk about somebody pulling you in and then pushing you out just as quickly. This can talk about somebody wanting to fight for this connection, but I feel like you're going to be the one to pump the brakes this time because you're not 100% sure if you can trust what this person is saying to you. There is some sort of communication coming in to address the stagnation in the situation. But I feel like for you, you're not allowing that to sway the decision that you've already made because you are very clear about wanting this to be over. You're very clear about not wanting to keep giving to this situation because this person, they come through with a very toxic energy. This is the kind of person that they have no qualms about kind of getting their hooks back into you. And so for you, you just kind of want to blow up the whole situation. You're ready to be done. It doesn't quite matter at this point what this person is willing to show you in regards to this connection. Now, this delays and waiting, I certainly feel like this is your energy. Your invitations and detachment in the reverse, I feel like is them, because this is them coming to the realization that you really are done. For some reason, your person feels betrayed. They feel like you should not have given up on them, that you should have been willing to fight for this more. So let's pull a card about that. Queen of Cups. Wow. So this person, it's literally like, this is crazy. This is literally them being like, well, if you love me, you wouldn't give up on me. But they can't drag you through the mud. They can't involve other people in the relationship. And this is also the energy of them just realizing that they loved you, but it took for you to give up on them to make them actually want to make a move towards you, okay? This person feels as though you kicked them out of your life. And it looks like you did, but it also looks like you had reason, right? Now, energy for the month that could hurt is actually very similar to the energy that can help because we have the moon and we have the sun in the reverse. So when my sun comes out reverse, we look at that as more of a blockage. And we need to understand that the energy of the moon is very much in play here. So things are not what they appear. And I feel like whatever communication is coming in for you, with this tower being what's being created, you very well may find out something different than what you originally thought a situation was, or you may be trying to appear as though you don't care when you do, okay? Which is totally understandable because with what I'm seeing here, you feel the need to protect your heart because this person has let you down a lot, right? You're just ready for this to be done. I mean, we have confinement. Like, this feels like kind of a relationship from hell that never ends and rarely gets better. So energy that will help you this month is for you to also realize that things are not what they seem. So very frustrating. And that's why I can see that this twin flame dynamic is here. And because it's like, you don't want to make assumptions about a person, but at the same time, you don't want to let your guard down and just feel like everything is what they're showing you. So very confusing. Now, energy for the month that you should consider is the Six of Pentacles. So this is talking about what are you giving to this connection, right? Each of you will have a different decision to make as to whether this is someone that you want to give to, because it looks as though there is some sort of offer here or some sort of explanation. And that'll be up to you if you want to give this situation more of your time. This is also talking about kind of charity, right? Because you're not running a soup kitchen. You're not running a homeless shelter. You're trying to establish a relationship that functions. So this is kind of someone who's coming through as needing attention, needing validation. And even if this is your twin, I feel like at this time, you making the decision to walk away from this probably really is the best, because things are not, they don't seem to be 100% transparent. Okay. Now, oddly enough, you got the card flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. This could actually go with your Six of Pentacles, saying that it may be time to divert your attention from this person and do something else. You got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So sometimes when the world comes out in the reverse, and this is what is showing for your past person's energy, that's us projecting something on them that it's like they're better than the rest, or they're we put them kind of on this pedestal, right? And we compare ourselves to them, or we think like, gosh, this person's so great. I feel like now this person has had such a fall from grace that the blindfold has come off, and you're starting to see this person in a new light. And now you're starting to look at yourself and think, well, why would I attract this kind of person into my life? What do I need to work on? For some of you, you're aware of the fact that this is a twin flame connection. And so you're working very hard on yourself in hopes that this person will be able to level up. So that could also be what the finances and career is about. For others of you, there's something you're supposed to be doing, and that's why this person is not in a space to be able to get it together, because it would be a huge distraction from your life purpose, okay? Now you had give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, and the Chariot in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So this has not reached its full potential. I'm not 100% sure what's changed with this person, but Spirit is actually telling you that you don't have all of the information, and that's hurting as much as it's helping. This is talking about this energy coming back and you not moving on. But this is also talking about the feelings that you're feeling, where you're starting to see this person for who you feel that they are. The way that you're no longer viewing them as being so amazing, and instead you're viewing them more as being someone who is very shallow and in need of attention. So it could be that they have something to tell you that may change your point of view. And that could be what has you waiting and creating delays, because you need time to really think about what your next move will be. Now we had stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So 5 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. This is also talking about you. For some of you, you're actually pushing people out of your life because you don't feel like you have everything that you need to have a relationship, or you worry that this is talking about like comparing yourself to other people. Or for some of you, maybe you're like super into reality TV because there's nowhere to go, right? And so you're looking at, you know, the women or the men, and you're thinking like, oh, I don't look like that, or you know what I mean? This is talking about you kind of giving up on love in general. And I think Spirit is really asking you, are you giving up on this person because they've been such a pain in the ass? Or are you giving up on this person because it's kind of the easier thing to do? Because then it actually solidifies the ideas that you have about love. You're not being proven wrong, right? You're not, it's like maybe you're the kind of person that thinks love can't work, or it doesn't work, or people who say they're in love are not. It's a lie, right? So this is kind of proving that to yourself, because it's easier to walk away. The difficulty here is that this is such a double-edged sword, because it feels like if you stay and you keep giving to this connection, it's almost like it's more damaging than helpful. But then if you walk away, you're being told that not everything is what it seems, right? So this absolutely feels twin flamey to me, because it's always so confusing in regards to what the best choice really is for every step and every level. Now you have religious factors in the reverse. So your love life is no longer being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, to me, this is you 100% giving up on the idea of like a twin flame union, or that this person is your twin. For a long time, you probably held on to this person, or held on to hope that this person was like that divine partner. And now you're not allowing that to influence you anymore, right? You're taking off the blindfold and you're looking at this person and you're like, you know what? If this wasn't my twin, I never would have stuck around. I wouldn't have dealt with this. If this was my twin, would they ever treat me this way? So you're having a lot of new ideas that are affecting the way that you behave towards this person. But what's interesting is those new ideas are creating new actions, and you're showing them something different than you've been showing them. And in turn, they're actually going to show you something different as well. So we're going to take a look in the extended reading and find out what that something different will be, because I am very curious to know. This is by far one of the most confusing readings that I feel like I've done, in the sense that there's so much duality here. And that often is the case when I read for twins, because both of their energy comes through very strongly. And some of the messages will be for one of them or the other. But because their energy is so intertwined, it ends up being it's like a casserole of information, right? So you got let yourself receive, allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apologies. Now, this is big Six of Pentacles energy, because when it comes to this card, if I'm reading for people one-on-one, I ask them, who do you resonate with in this picture? Are you the person who's constantly giving, or are you the person that's constantly taking, right? So this is you having an opportunity to allow this person to make good on all of the things that they're saying that they want to do, right? But do you feel bad if you receive? Do you feel bad if you hold people accountable and make them show you rather than just tell you, right? And maybe that's what this is that you're walking away from the connection just before something was going to happen where this person was actually going to give to you. And so in essence, you wouldn't be allowing that to take place, right? Because it's like you've given all this and now you're done. But it looks like this person is having some sort of epiphany. And if they're trying to make it up to you, you know, perhaps it is okay for you to let that person pay you back the money that they owe you, or treat you with the same care and consideration that you've been treating them. It's up to you though, right? We have morning affirmations. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. So something here, I feel like, because you've had such a drastic change in the way you view this connection, I feel like you've been trying to be positive for a very long time. I feel like you've been trying to fight for this for a very long time. And now it feels like this has come to a turning point where something's actually changing in the connection because you've given up. And that oftentimes happens because when we're so focused on what's not working, we get more of what's not working. But I feel like for you, Aries, because you put your hands up and you're like, you know what, I don't care anymore. That's what's facilitating movement in this connection, because you're no longer focused on the fact that this person isn't doing what you want them to do or treating you the way you deserve. You're now focusing on something else. So instead of creating resistance, because when we're sitting in the space of like, they're not doing anything I want, even if they were going to try to do what you wanted them to do, you're actually pushing them away. Okay. So when you focus on something else, that person can come towards you and do the things that you want, because you're no longer creating, you know, that vibration of them being like, oh, I want to help or to be kind or to apologize. You're not energetically pushing them away. So I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense. You have a consultant expert. More information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Now, you got childhood in the reverse. So this could be that there's some trauma here that needs to heal. It could be that with this tower happening, this person has built up so many walls because of the things that happened. They really may need to go to therapy, and they might be coming to the conclusion that that's the case. For you, you may also want to look into doing some sort of like inner child work to figure out why you feel uncomfortable with allowing people to give to you. This could be that you had a parent that made you feel like a burden. This could be that you had a parent that was absent. This is the energy of you feeling as though you always have to give and you have to prove yourself. And when someone is not giving back to you, it makes you feel like you're not worthy, right? And so this is deeply rooted inside of you. This is something that was an issue before this person even came about. And I feel like this is a very opportune time to start working on that. You have positive energy, surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. And for you, your action is actually the devil in the reverse. So that's exactly what you're doing. Spirit's saying, keep doing that, okay? So I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because I'm super curious to know how this situation will play out. I want to know what this person's intentions are, what they're doing, how that'll affect you, why they're doing the things they're doing, as well as what are they bringing to the situation? Like, where are they at? Because with things not being what they appear, let's try to figure out what they actually are. All right. Well, good luck with this because this seems like such a difficult situation. Now, when I'm looking at what they're currently doing, we have the Hanging Man in the reverse. So when this card comes out, this talks about somebody coming to the realization that this is over. This connection is over. This partnership is over. This is you enforcing reciprocity, right? This is like pay what you owe, right? I've given you all this time. I've given you all this attention. I'm not taking another step towards you. I'm actually going to call it a loss and do something else and see how that pans out for me. Because what I'm seeing here for you, Aries, is you've gotten into a space where you feel as though for the love and attention that you've given to this person, had you been giving that to someone else, you would be much further along in the process of being able to build something with them, right? This person is starting to understand that you're making new plans. The funny part about this is they've been waiting for you to come after them. And now they're seeing that you're not. So they've been doing a lot of thinking. Why would my Aries not want me? What did I do, right? And they're looking back at all the times you've probably allowed this person in and out of your space, or you've made concessions for their behavior, and they're starting to realize that they're the one in the wrong. The difficulty here, though, is that we still have ego coming out in the upright. So that could very well also play a role in your public reading where it was like things aren't exactly what they seem. Because I'm seeing this person kind of trying to reel you back in and showing you things that they want you to see. But then I'm showing very quickly this person is a little bit unstable. And I feel like you provide so much stability that they start to feel as though they're being like caged in, which doesn't make sense to me because I feel like, in all honesty, that's what this person craves is stability. They crave to be able to be in one place and to be accepted for who they are and not have to put on this persona or this facade. But then when you provide that to them, it triggers them in such a way that they feel the need to push you away or hurt you. Now, that was a theme in your public reading where it seems like you have trouble allowing people to do for you. And it could be that this person has trouble allowing people to do for them, like the real them. They might have a persona where they're like, I'm so beautiful, I'm so sexy, I'm so handsome, I'm so great. Why wouldn't everybody want me? But that goes back to ego, right? That goes back to it's very easy to accept gratification from people who don't know the real you versus having to be vulnerable and risking rejection from people that you want to love you, right? So when this person is operating in the mode of their ego, they're very in love with attention. They're in love with being in love. But when they're with you, it's like all of that dissipates because you see them for who they are. The fact that you've given up on them, it hurts more than you know. Because they feel this rejection in a way that if their friends rejected them, it wouldn't matter because they have their walls up when they're around everyone. They're kind of that fake person. But you saw them for who they were, and then you still walked away. And to them, they're not taking into account the fact that they couldn't lose this third persona or this mask that they wear that they were trying to bring into the relationship. You didn't want the person they pretended to be. And so they're not understanding that you were rejecting the person that they show to everyone else. You are rejecting the person that you know to be fake. They feel as though you've rejected the true selves that they've shown you, their deeper core being. And so they're taking this rejection in a way that it's like their emotions are clouding the takeaway on this situation. And now it's time for our subscriber spotlight. Because you all show me so much love and support every month, I want to show you how much I appreciate it by taking the time to recognize you. If you're doing something cool that you want to tell me about, send me an email so I can feature you in my newsletter and my monthly videos. This month's subscriber spotlight shines on Jay Slasky. Jay Slasky is an artist who studies printmaking at the Minneapolis College of Art and Design. She's been putting herself through school by selling original artwork online. Jay has now expanded her business by opening a new Etsy shop. Currently, Jay is selling hand-painted totes and has just released her first 4 designs. Congratulations, Jay, on your new Etsy store. To follow Jay's art career, purchase a tote, or commission her to do a one-of-a-kind piece for your home, check out any of the links in the description box below.